second. I got to close out the thing that pops up. Okay.
Go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Tony Sapita, and I am joined by my other Bulls co-host, Nick Rohde. How you doing today, Nick? Doing good? Yup.
I'm a Shy Slamma Jamma fan. Let's go, baby. Bulls are hot right now. Can't deny that.
Absolutely. I'm getting my shirt within the next week. I love that shirt. We're going to be breaking it all down for you because the Bulls are hot, hot, hot. First in the East. They're riding a 6-game winning streak along with the DMVP, baby. DeMar DeRozan has an 8-game streak of 35 points or more, 9-game streak of 30 points or more. And I think it's also like of the 8-game streak. Also, I think he has 35 or no,
all of
50%?
Them. Yes, all of them
or better,
are 50% right? Plus. All of them.
Incredible. It's incredible. He's breaking Wilt Chamberlain records, which that's a whole nother episode. It's insanity.
And he's the first player, or he joins a group of Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, James Harden. I can't remember the 6th guy, but he is the 7th guy to do that in that sort of period. Like all Hall of Famers, just putting that out there.
Yeah, I would argue pretty good. So welcome to this Bulls segment, Nick. Before we begin, you said before the trade deadline, you wanted a big man. The Bulls got that in Tristan Thompson, who had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 1 block. I'm going to talk about him more as well off the bench for the Bulls on Thursday. How happy are you with this signing?
I mean, I love the move. I love that we didn't have to give up any asset. I mean, yes, we lost McKenzie, which, I think he's going to end up with the G League Bulls or the Windy City Bulls, as some of you may know. But what a move. I mean, you're getting a guy who's played in multiple NBA finals as a starting center, has played with LeBron James, knows how to win. Sure, is off the court, situation with Khloe Kardashian.
We're Team Tristan, baby. We're Team Tristan.
We are here today. I mean, he's a bad guy, but like at the same time, like we're focusing on basketball. So I like that how professional he is too. He keeps his life off the court and he plays hard. I mean, during the finals, he was going through this whole thing with Khloe for like the 2nd or 3rd time out of the 15 he's done it now. And he was putting up 30 points in the finals. So I respect that he understands that even with his talent, he is a bench player on this team. Vooch is obviously the number 1 guy, but he is coming off, and we are still missing Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball. Just putting that out there. This team is going to be so freaking good when they're back, and the bench mob is stronger than ever. Shout out to the bench mob. We'll get into that in a little bit as well. But man, I am very excited.
Yeah, and speaking of impact, we'll touch on this more at the end. Ja Morant, another MVP candidate, fantastic basketball player. If you watch the NBA, you know Ja Morant. He is questionable against Chicago with a hip injury. Like I said, more to come on that. First, before we kind of get into this weekend and just any other news, let's talk about, so we're recording this Friday. You're going to see this Saturday. So I'm going to call it last night. It was Thursday night against the Atlanta Hawks, first game of the second half. I mean, that was incredible. That was a great game. Real quick, like before I break down what the Bulls did, the Atlanta Hawks are a good basketball team. They're having a down year. And I
agree.
They have stars. They added in the offseason, got Danilo Gallinari. They truly are a good basketball team. So the fact that it was close, I know they're under 500, but it was a good win. So we got playoff vibes, and here's why. DeMar, the MVP, is the man. 15-21 last night, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, which is, he's basically, I think he averages like 0.7 attempts from 3 per game or something really low. He made 2 last night, which is huge. If he could add a 3-point, that'd be incredible. 37 points. 2 of my favorite stats, the entire world, right here. DeMar DeRozan is 10 for 18 on field goals, 22 for 25 on free throws in the final 1 minute of Bulls games that are within 5 points this season.
Clutch.
Nick, exactly. I don't know if you've heard of the clutch gene, that term, the clutch gene, and it's hard to measure it. It's more about a feel. This stat pretty much measures it. He is clutch. He is fantastic. And then my last stat here is there is a win probability added stat, which I'll be honest, I don't really understand it exactly. It's combined probability impact of field goals, free throws, and turnovers for this season. Let me give you 3 guys below DeMar DeRozan first. Steph Curry, 5.73, win probability added. Jokic, 5.61. Joel Embiid, 4.85. DeMar DeRozan, 9.38. It was
the
a great
man
tweet.
Loves to win.
Shout out Mike Beasley, I believe that's how that's pronounced. He said DeMar DeRozan looking like secretary to Belmont. It is a very funny chart. He's all the way over here. Everyone else is over here. Very funny. Io is the man. It's almost a shame we have Lonzo because he is a starting point guard on 95% of teams, obviously, Steph will get the nod over him, maybe Ja Morant too. But that sick crossover on Trae Young. He's walking around with Trae Young's ankles. He left the arena. He's like, oh, I own these now. These are Trae Young's ankles. These are mine.
Property of Io now.
Yes, property of Io Suma. His defense, I tweeted this out. He made Trae Young look like an AAU basketball player, in 8th grade going against an NBA defender. It was incredible. Trae Young, allegedly an all-star starter. I still, let me tell you, last night was not a good night for Trae Young's candidacy for all-star starter. Zach LaVine should have been it, but Trae was 3 for 17 from shooting. Known shooter, Trae Young, over 5 for 3, 4 turnovers. And then Tristan Thompson is my favorite player in the world. Like 3 for 3, 5 for 8 from the free throw line, 11 points, 6 rebounds, just had some sick dunks. And then the last thing about Tristan Thompson, hugging DeMar in the post-game interview, saying, this is the MVP, this is the MVP. Great addition to the team. What do you think, Nick?
I think that he already acts like he's been on the team for, the entire season. And I love that the Pacers are paying his contract. So I'm not complaining at all in regards to that. I'll get into that in a minute too. But I mean, it's just a crazy signing. $711,000 for him for the rest of the season. Chump change. He's probably taking that money. He's like, okay, how many days do I have here? Okay, I can drop $2,000 a day doing whatever I want with this situation. So anyway, before we get into our next topic, real quick, just want to thank the Bench Mob. Obviously, these shirts are from the Bench Mob. This is their newest one, Shy Slamma Jamma. If you don't listen to the Bulls, you have no idea what we're talking about. This is Stacey King. Every single time we slam it down now, that's the new saying. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Bench Mob. The Bench Mob was started in 2010, has reemerged in 2011 to represent the best bench players in the league. And now that we have Thompson, arguably, I think we have the best bench in the league. To get your merch today, head over to the link in the description and use code JAY20 to get 20% off your first order. So going into the next topic, obviously what you guys are here for, Bulls versus Grizzlies preview. Bulls are 39-21. The Grizzlies are 41-20. This could be a finals matchup. I'm just throwing it out there. There's no denial that the Bulls are going to make a deep run at this point, especially not having Lonzo and Caruso and still playing this well, and DeMar being the MVP. The Bulls are on a 6-game winning streak. The Grizzlies, on the other hand, are on a 2-game losing streak, and they will play hard to snap that, even if it's at the United Center. So that's what the Bulls definitely have at the advantage point. And also, if Ja is out, that means both our starting point guards, Lonzo Ball and Ja Morant, are out. So it kind of evens the playing field a little bit for them. Grizzlies, though, have the highest scoring offense in the league, averaging 113.8 points per game. That's not too shabby. Bulls technically have the 18th ranked defense in regards from a point per game perspective, but that's also without having Caruso and Ball for the last, 4 weeks now, which big news alert. Next 2 weeks, they could be cleared to play, and it is going to get a little crazy. March Madness is going to be for the Bulls and for college basketball. Stay tuned for our episodes with that. Tony is leading them. Very excited, and look out for who our sponsor is going to be. We're pretty excited about it. The Bulls, though, have the highest field goal percentage at 48.1% so far. Grizzlies defense isn't great either, and they're not really missing, quote unquote, their defensive studs. I mean, Morant obviously has an impact, but they rank 14th in the NBA. So it just shows that the Bulls are definitely a better team without having Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball. And just 2 more things real quick before Tony gets into the final topic. DeMar versus Ja. These guys are obviously MVP candidates. It's talked about pretty frequently, but DeMar's stats are better. I don't care what anyone says. DeMar's stats are better, and it's not even close. So DeMar is averaging 28.3 points per game, 52.1% field goal percentage. He's a walking bucket. 35.3% from field 3-point range. That's a career high for him. 5.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 0.09, so almost 1 steal per game.
Ja,
which is good. Mm-hmm. Ja, on the other hand, 26.7 point per game, less than DeMar. 48.9% field goal percentage, less than DeMar. 32.4% from 3, less than DeMar. 5.9 rebounds. Don't worry. That's what we got Vooch and Thompson for. I don't care. 6.8 assists assured. That's only 1.5 assists.
He's also a point guard.
He's also a point guard.
He should be. Yeah.
DeMar is playing like a point guard. Just imagine if DeMar was a point guard. And then 1.2 steals per game. So literally split down the middle in regards to being better in categories. But DeMar's are far more impressive. And if you don't think so, you are not a Bulls fan. And then finally, Grizzlies are a good team. There is no doubt about that. Bulls are missing Caruso and Ball. We've said that a couple times. And Grizzlies potentially going out with Ja. I mean, listen, it's a pretty even matchup. It's going to be a fun Saturday night game at the United Center. People are going to be pre-gaming before out the bars in West Loop. And then obviously it's going to be buzzing after. So if you're going out in the city, be in West Loop all the weekend long. So Tony, we got to quickly wrap up here. But what is opinion on Ja Morant being out potentially against the Bulls?
Yeah, so it was kind of a weird hip injury. It may just be a stinger. I really haven't seen any official update as of 1 p.m. on Friday. That's when we're recording. But I would imagine if it's something that's bothering him, they're going to give him a rest. There's no reason to run him out there for game, what is it, 62 of the season when they basically, they've locked up a playoff position. It wouldn't make sense to play him, but it would be a huge opportunity to take down the Grizzlies. Last time we played them, we had everyone out. So it's only fair, in my opinion, that we get a chance to play them when they're shorthanded. Obviously, I think we both wish he was playing because it's just fun watching the stars. Like it's basketball. At the end of the day, it's a game. It's enjoyable to watch, but it's also, I want to see how we match up. I want to see, how our team can play. And again, the last thing I'll say, this will be my last thing. And then Nick, if you have anything else, we say it over and over, and I'm sure it's annoying. And I know other NBA fans, they tweet at me like, oh yeah, okay, dude. Okay. Lonzo and Caruso are going to be back. They've been out. I know they've just been out for a long time. I promise you they will come back.
And the Bulls are still first in the East.
Yeah. That's why I keep saying it over and over, is because they just haven't come back yet. Once they come back, I'll stop saying it. But I mean, they just make such a big difference. Lonzo was having a career year. Caruso is like the greatest defender of all time. I'm going to keep saying it until they come back. So anyone that's on my back about it, get off my back about it.
Well, I got your back from all those people that are just like, stop talking about it, because it is really, truly important. And the Bulls, go watch The Last Dance. I did that during the All-Star break. And with how talented this team is and, the vibe, I don't know. I see, Rafter number 7 coming up. Yeah, I just got to put that out there.
My last comment, then I'll close it out here. Tristan Thompson said he is emulating Dennis Rodman. It's his idol. He's wearing the same number. I loved everything about that. Almost forgot to say it. That's awesome. Shout out to Mar for his last second shot as well. That was also cool. I should have touched on that earlier.
And make sure you head over to our Instagram and see that last second shot. We do have it on our recent posts. So Tony, thanks for having me on as always. I really did have a lot of fun. And I think, the Bulls are going to the finals. That's my last comment before we close.
Yeah, we're winning the chip. So thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Tony Sapita. Thank you again to my co-host, Nick Rohde. And thanks for tuning in, everyone. Keep seeing red.